scream like a 12-year-old girl. Don't think anything about it.
Me too.
Glad I got extra pants in my bag.
Right after the first year after the fire, we actually got 94 inches of rain here. Just like you did. Yeah.
He's got flip-flops on.
All right, so this is a good spot to do a little talk on debris flows, which I will facilitate here.
You hold these for me a moment.
What's kind of fun is you can stand up here and you see this. Well, this is the sand I was talking about with the batholith or Shastabali decomposes into and transfers. But what's also fun about this sand is up here. So sand requires an enormous amount of energy to move it through the environment. You slow that water down.
Seen the movie The Long Long Trailer with Lucy and Ricky?
I have not.
There's this one scene, I think they're going over Tioga Pass, which is part of Yosemite. And it's exaggerated in this thing. It looks like they're going up something about like this. With this
This tree's a good example in front of us. That's a knob cone. And it is designed to burn. It's going to propagate when it burns. And if you can see at the top, those are pine cones. And so those pine cones, in this case, are very close to the trunk of the tree, anticipating a burn. Because the only way those cones open up is from the heat of a fire. I've also had some people say that if you get a hot enough day and it sits in the sun, a cone can open up. I'll take that for whatever it's worth, I don't know. But the whole strategy of these cones right bunched up along the trunk is that fire is going to follow this tree up in a vertical sense and start cooking the things that are closest to the trunk. And in this case, its strategy is to have the cones close to the trunk so they get burned, they fall down, and they open up and let their seeds out. There's another tree, not quite as prolific here, called a gray pine, and I've heard that described as semi-ceramic. The average lifespan of a drop of water in this lake is 4 days. So the water is moving through here really fast. 4 days is really short amount of time for a reservoir this size. And it's because of power generation on the 2 power plants I talked about before. The on-demand, the Spring Creek and Carr Powerhouse. So what's the structure we just paddled through? Why would anybody put that? So not a lot going on here. This is really the opportunity to take a swim, relax. If you want to get in the water, I'd recommend you beach your kayak on that gravel bar over there, or you can paddle in and get off onto some of the rocks. And I encourage you all to explore, go swimming, do whatever you want to do. This is Boulder Creek Inlet. So when we hiked to that falls this morning, that was Boulder Creek Falls. And so this is where Boulder Creek meets the lake. And I talked about debris flows earlier. Well, here's an example of a debris flow boulder behind us that came all the way down that mountain, probably at 60 to 100 miles an hour at one point. And this whole area is filled with them. And what you can't see, since the lake is here, this whole channel is filled with debris flow boulders out. I was hiking along and there was 2 bear cubs, and I went, uh-oh, where's Mom? And then Mom came running at us. One bear took off one direction, and Mom followed that bear, and then the other cub followed. But that was the only time I was just a little bit
Great.
and a huge mountain lion population.
Oh my God.
And since the fire, we've had elk move in.
Oh
And
wow.
a bunch of elk.
I wonder why.
Well, maybe better forage.
Because they mediate sort of ambient moisture around the seedlings. And with these really destructive fires, you're burning that off. And it can take a very, very long time. I mean, we're talking like 50 plus years to actually get that biota back intact.
And that's cryptobiotic.
Yes, yeah. And so it's algae, it's mosses, it's lichens, because they mediate sort of ambient moisture around the seedlings. And with these really destructive fires, you're burning that off. And it can take a very, very long time. I mean, we're talking like 50 plus years to actually get that biota back intact.
And that's cryptobiotic.
Yes, yeah. And so it's algae, it's mosses, it's lichens.
Oh, thank you. It was a great day. What a way to make a living. My goodness, thank you so much.
On your day off,
Oh, no big deal.